hero is my aunt, Carrie. She has gone through a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. As you can see, that's her and my cousin Cicely. She was probably about 4 right there. And on August 22nd, 2008, my aunt found out that my 3-year-old cousin had cancer. And it's called Wilms cancer, and she had it in both of her kidneys. And it really surprised the whole family. Like, we did not expect it at all. I mean, no one really expects cancer, so especially at someone so young. And so they started chemo and radiation and everything, and pretty much a year, 2 years or so, my aunt didn't spend any time at home. They spent their whole entire every day at the hospital, and the hospital was maybe 2 hours away from where they actually lived. So my other cousins pretty much didn't have a mom for a year because they stayed in the hospital. And through all of this, my aunt stayed really strong. I couldn't have stayed as strong as she could have. I did catch her a few times breaking down and crying, but who wouldn't? So, but she stayed strong, and she, you know, like Katie said, made light of the situation. And she, you know, my cousin, she was independent, sassy as no other. So you know, if she wasn't bald, you wouldn't be able to tell anything was wrong with her. And my aunt just really, actually, my cousin was probably my aunt's hero because she didn't let anything get her down. And through all of this, my aunt really kept her faith. She never questioned, you know, why this little 3-year-old girl, why would you give her cancer? And she knew that God had a plan, and she knew that if, you know, she prayed every day to help save her, but she knew that if he didn't, it was in God's plan, and that something good would come out of it. And she has a blog on like some cancer page or something, and she blogs every day to this day. And it's really inspiring to see how she is doing now. On April 15th, 2010, my cousin passed away. It was like a month before she turned 5. It was really hard on the family. I cried when I saw her in the casket. I just bawled. But my aunt was probably stronger than me in this situation, and I had no idea how she did that. But I learned from my aunt that you have to value every day to its fullest and treat it like it's the last day on earth, because that's what she did. And that you have to look at life as a journey of a glass half full and not half empty. And no matter what you do, no matter what the struggle, you can get through it and move on to the next day and keep faith. And this is a quote that my aunt put on her blog, and it says, "This has been the most amazing journey for me. I've discovered how much I love life, how much I love people, and all the people in my life." And that just inspires me, coming from someone who lost a child so young. And so that's my hero. And there's more pictures. This is my cousin before cancer. She was a very happy little girl. And then that's her at Halloween. That was probably the year she died, I think. And then that's them. They made little cancer shirts, and they always went like for Walk for Life or all that. I think they had a special walk for her. And then okay, this was probably the day she died, so I'm sorry, this might be kind of disturbing, but that's how skinny she was the very last days of her life. And my aunt just really stayed strong through all of that. And honestly, I look at that and I cry, and I don't know how she got through that.